everyone. You are located right now at Freedom Voices of America Center, located in Marlboro, New York. And I have a very special guest tonight. His name is Shane Coyle from Child Safety Soldiers.
Yes, Fran, thank you so much. Thank you.
Guys, how are you? Number one, first and foremost, I come to you not as a speaker. I don't come to you as a social media personality, and by all means, I'm definitely not a celebrity. Not yet, at least. I'm a fellow person who has struggled with anything that you are struggling with. I'm somebody who has 100% probably been there and done that. Now, you've heard that comment many times before, right? I'm going to move this because I'm short, guys. I hope you don't mind. The people that I'm standing in front of right now, and those of you that are on social media, thank you so much. We're not directing this to you. We're directing it to the people that are actually standing here right now because it's more intimate. However, if you're somebody watching right now and this resonates with you, share this video, okay? Let me introduce myself. My name is Shane Coyle. I'm an addict in recovery. I'm a person who is also a felon, reformed. I'm somebody who spent 4 years, 9 months in the concrete walls of a cage, sleeping on a concrete pillowcase, trying to think of my family while I was inside thinking about, oh my goodness, am I going to get shanked, stabbed, or destroyed in the prison that I put myself in? Now, as an addict, as a felon, as a convict, I could be up here and I could be all tough and I could be like, I got tattoos, look at me. I'm a convict, I'm a felon. I could speak to social media. I could be like, hey, listen, yeah, I've been there, I've done. Or I could tell you that's not the way to go. Nothing of that nature is okay. I could tell you war stories about how I beat up this guy and this guy tried to stab me and I beat him. Or I could tell you about how every day that I laid down in a concrete mattress, I thought of my daughter. I thought of my son who was born while I was in prison. Never met him for 2 years that I spent in prison. I can tell you that everything that you're about to undergo, everything that you're about to do as you graduate this final year of your high school, and social media, I'm talking to you. And if you think I'm talking to you, chances are I definitely am, so pay attention now. These gentlemen and these women right here in the front stage, I'm talking to you guys directly. Number one, I want to introduce myself to you, bro. Tell me your name.
Christian.
Christian, man. How old?
18.
18 years old, man. Senior year, right? Graduated
last year.
Last year, okay, cool. These are all your boys? Christian, man, what's your intention in life? What do you want to be in the next 2 years? 2 years, and that's a hell of a question.
I just want to just stay creative and youthful through those years and not lose what I got right now.
Absolutely. He wants to stay creative and not you lose these youthful years that he has now. You know what? Man, that's one heck of a mind, bro. I wish I never lost my youth, but you know what the reality of that is? There's going to be so many people in your future that are going to try to steal your youth from you. They're not only going to try to steal your youth from you, they're going to try to stop you from growing. So you got to dance around it, man. Tell me your name, bro.
I'm Wyatt.
Wyatt, man. Nice to meet you. How old?
I'm 18.
18 years old, man. Graduating now, right? This is your year?
Yeah.
Man, dude, bro. You look forward to this graduation, right?
Yeah, I do. I'm very excited for it.
Excited, man. All right, yeah. So you went throughout high school to wait for this moment right here. And it's kind of crazy, guys. And we'll dive into this too. When we go to high school, grammar school, middle school, blah, blah, blah. But high school is like, man, we're just waiting to graduate, right? Am I right? Now that you graduate, it's like, wait a minute. What are you wondering now?
Like the next 2 years?
Yeah.
For the next 2 years, I want to keep on pursuing a path in the culinary industry.
Nice, dude. Nice. So you got it planned out. Keep that plan, bro. Keep it in your heart. It's not just in your head, it's in your heart. But the truth of the matter is, too, folks, if your child is graduating, okay, the way these guys are all graduating, they wait for graduation their whole 4 years of high school, and they get to graduation, and then they sit back and they say, damn, what the hell am I going to do? I know because I've done it. Now, if you're as smart as my boy Wyatt right here, you'll know what you're going to do, and you're going to pursue it, right, Wyatt? Your brother, obviously, you guys kind of look alike. Twins. What's your name, bro?
Yeah.
Gavin, man. Gavin, graduating this year, obviously.
Yes, sir.
Cool, man. What do you want to do?
I just want to get more knowledge, understand things, and just kind of figure it out, go with the flow.
Nice, dude. Nice, man. So you waited up to this point, right? Like 9th grade. You guys remember 9th grade, right? And we'll get to you, my brother. Ninth grade, right? Ninth grade, freshman, right? You're like, damn, look at these seniors graduating. I can't wait to graduate. Now that you're graduating, it's a different picture, isn't it? It's like, wait a minute. What the heck am I going to do, right? And listen, this world is a cruel world. It ain't rainbows and sunshine and all that stuff. You know what I mean? This world is like, man, it will bring you down. It will bring you down on every aspect of not only just social media, friendships, public, the American dream. You guys got to keep that one thing that's in your heart, not your mind. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying, bro? You're going to do it, dog. What do you want to be when you, 2 years from now?
Hopefully, I'm great.
You are great, dog. All right, man, we're going to dive in. Tell me your name, bro. What is it? Sam, man. Sam, what do you want to do, bro? 12th grade, obviously, you graduate.
I might pursue something with HVAC and plumbing. I've been studying in trade school.
Nice.
BOCES. I might go into another trade school after high school. I'm not sure yet.
Bro, that's cool, man. I'll tell you what, but you know one thing. All of you know one thing. You're graduating, right? So graduation has this key element of expectation, right? We're trained at a young age to go through grammar school, make sure we obey the teachers, obey the people, don't get sent to the principal, boom, 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 yada, yada, yada. You get to high school, you get to your senior year, and then it's like, get out, good luck, go be somebody, right? But the majority of us watch our parents, right? We watch our relatives, we watch people around us, and we're influenced by things. Now, in my life, I didn't have the luxury of looking up to higher folks that were grand, you know, pedestals of the community. I kind of lived a life of, well, we'll just say crime, stuff of that nature. You know what I mean? You guys have the opportunity. And social media, you guys are watching right now. I'm not just talking to these guys, but I'm being more intimate with these guys. If you're watching right now and this resonates with you, I want you to honestly listen to what I'm saying. We're trained at such an early age to be something, right? You're told what not to do, what to do. You're told what's good, what's bad. You look at American society and you have to have a white picket fence when you get older, marry somebody, have a little dog, which I love, little Millie. Have a dog and continue the American dream, right? And I'm going to say this. The American dream is still being slept on until you wake up and actually do it. You know what I'm saying? Now, man, I know I've listened to your music, bro, and I'm really looking forward to diving into your music. That's a passion. You guys know the difference between a passion and a purpose, right?
Explain it.
Passion. You know what? I wish I could explain it, but I'm going to give you my look on it. A passion is something that you feel in your heart. It's something that you know you want to do, right? And then a purpose is something you know you're supposed to be here for that. So when you can combine the two, a passion and a purpose, and create what's called perseverance and just go at it, dude, you have a life, you know? My problem as an addict in recovery, as somebody that spent many years behind bars, I didn't know my passion. I didn't know my purpose. I allowed everybody else to tell me what it was. I really did. I allowed everybody else to tell me who I'm supposed to be. And I looked at all these different walks of life. And you know what I did? I looked at other people to try and build my own persona. I'm going to ask you guys a question. In social media, we're talking to you too. How many of you out there, number one, all you guys are on social media, right? Cool. You're on social media. What's it about? Likes, views, shares, followers, right? Could you imagine the world today only being about that? Likes, views, shares, you know?
That is what it is.
It really is. And honestly, you know what? In this generation now, in my generation, as a dinosaur as I am, we didn't have social media. You know what we used to have to do? We'd have to walk down the street and knock on somebody's house to see if they wanted to hang out. If they didn't want to hang out, we'd hang out outside of their house and wait for them to get home. Be like, yo, you want to hang out? We didn't get an Uber on our phone. We walked to Wawa. We didn't pull out our cell phone and text them. We didn't even email them. We waited till we got to school the next day to tell them what's going on in our life. Now look, the world is social media. As much as it sucks, excuse my language, it's not a curse. I'm going to say it again. Social media life sucks. Now, yes, I'm on social media. I push what I do, but I push positivity. Now, if you could just take social media for 1 second and put it in your back pocket, not in your back pocket, just put it on this shelf back here and live life, what would life consist of? Without social media, you guys are on what? Name the things that you're on. Instagram, which ones you guys on? Every day, right? My man said every day. Chris said social media, Instagram, TikTok, this, that. Now, what's the last street that you guys rode a bicycle down? Do you know?
Western Avenue.
Okay, all right. So you ride your bike. All right,
10
cool.
years ago.
Nice.
10 years ago.
Okay, all right, cool. Ultimately, what I'm getting at is life as we know it is in our hands on a phone, and it's not supposed to be. Yeah, you could apply for jobs and you could text people and do this and do that, but if somebody doesn't see you for who you are outside of the box, the bubble, and I call the bubble social media, they're not going to know you. You know what I mean? And I spent the worst part of my life pretending to be somebody I'm not, because you could be anybody you want on social media. I could create a profile right now, say that I'm a doctor, a dentist, and this and that, and there's going to be a ton of people that are going to be like, oh my God, he's so great. But really, am I anything? No, I'm nothing. So as you guys step into graduation right now, social media, we're talking to you too. It is the graduation year of the seniors. They're moving on into the world to where school is no longer anything unless they're going to college. Any of you guys going to hit college? Okay, all right. I'm not going to push it one way or another. Listen, you have your reasons. You know what I mean? I'm not going to push it one way or another. I'm nobody to tell you what to do either. But you're going to find people, you're going to be like, oh, well, you got to do this, and you got to do that, and you got to do this. Listen, the people that tell you that you have to do things are the ones you got to get the furthest away from. The people that actually care about what you're actually doing right now are the ones you get the closest to. Sometimes the people closest to you are the ones you got to get the furthest away from. You know what I'm saying? So I want to ask you guys a couple of questions real quick. You guys are on social media, my man Chris said, all the time. How many of you guys have ever posted a picture or something online and expected more likes and views than you got? Every day, right? So what do? You delete it and then you post something else, right? What do? Leave it up?
I just keep going.
Circulate. Okay, cool. You guys, you post anything on social media?
Yeah.
Cool. What's the last thing you post on social media? I'm going to get all your social medias too. I want to be blasting them out to my social media so you guys know.
I think it was like a snowboarding post.
Snowboarding, dude, you snowboard, right? Man, dude. All right, so how long have you been snowboarding? And you guys can't really hear him, so I'm going to repeat him, as he's speaking. Go ahead, what? On and off for like 4 years, so you're pretty damn good at snowboarding, right? You got some badass videos?
No, not too many. I gotta get.
You got a couple, right?
This more I got. I'm gonna get this.
Cool. So what makes you think they're good or bad? Is it you actually liking it, or is it the people that are telling you they like it, they shared it, they viewed it? Social media, right?
It's just me liking it.
Okay, cool. All right. So in the world that we live in today, and it's unfortunate, you're snowboarding. Now, if I met you, let's say 20 years ago when the internet didn't exist, and you're snowboarding, dude, and I'm watching you carve the mountain, I'm going to be like, damn! I should be like, yeah, bro, that's freaking awesome, dude. No, like, honestly, I'm going to praise you. Now, if I'm just some Joe Fotten yachts that's on the internet, I could be 75-year-old guy looking, and I could like your video, and you won't know who I am, but you got the like. Would you rather like the dude be like, yeah, bro, that's awesome, or the guy that just clicked liking your stuff, right? Real life guy, right? Real life guy. What I'm getting at is social media is taken away from the real life that we live. It really is. It's took away from so much of my life. I'm not preaching to you guys, don't be on social media, none of that. What I'm preaching to is be more involved in the life that you're living rather than the life that you're sitting down and typing on. You know what I mean? Let me ask you guys this question. This is more of a personal question. And those of you that are watching right now, you can answer this in the comments or shoot me a message on Child Safety Soldiers. I'm going to ask each one of you a question individually. Now, my boy, wait, real quick, before I ask that, what's your passion, bro?
Skiing.
So, snowboarding and skiing. Are you all related? You guys are twins, but man, y'all look like brothers, man. Not for nothing. So skiing, snowboarding, you carve too. You carve? Damn, dude.
I snowboard.
Damn, bro. Yeah, I got to go out with you guys. I got to snowboard and try something, man. I'll fall flat on my face and be like, yo, you know what, guys? Take care. Goodbye. Bro, skiing, stuff like that. That passion, when you're carving on the mountain and you're going down the snow, right? You're not thinking of social media. You're thinking like, damn, I better not fall. I better catch this drift. All that, right?
I go on the Black Diamond and I'll go 50 miles per hour down there.
Bro, he said he goes on the Black Diamond 50 miles an hour. Now, that's more than I've ever done most of the time in my car when I was your age, bro. So that's sick, dog. That's something to be proud of. It really is. Now, if you get online, let's just say you have a video of you going down the Black Diamond 50 miles an hour, and you post that video, and it only gets like 100 likes or 50 shit. Bro, that doesn't at all in any way praise the passion that you're expressing while doing it, right? Point made, you know what I'm saying? You could post anything you want, but when you're actually doing it and interacting with the general public that sees who you are and what you stand for, dude, that's what it's about. So now listen, this brings me to this, guys. I'm going to ask you guys a question. You're graduating high school, you're moving on into the world. You know, what's the common thread? You're supposed to graduate high school, go to college. Now, you guys said you're not hitting college. You guys have a plan. I get it, and I respect that. You move on to your plan. Everything in high school that you remember, right? Are you holding on to it for your plan? Or is it things that you've been through that you don't feel need to be held on to for your plan?
I feel like I don't usually need what
There's a lot of things that you didn't need, right? So the things that you didn't need, are you gonna still hold on to them? You're like, oh, wait a minute, I learned, geometry with George Bush and, George Washington. Or are you gonna move forward and be like, you know what? I'm letting that go, and I'm gonna go for what I need to know now. The time is now, right?
that's kind of
Cool. Have you guys ever messed up in high school? Cool. What, they're all like, all right, cool, good. We got honesty. All right, so you messed up in high school, and when I say messed up, or when you say messed up, and again, nobody's judging, man, nobody's judging. If I had to ask you, and you don't have to answer if you don't want to, but it'd be great if you did because your answer might help someone else. How do you think you messed up in high school the most? And I'm not talking about not doing your homework either, all right? Remember, you guys are talking to a felon, an addict, somebody in recovery. How do you feel? Let's put it this way. Let's actually rephrase this. If there was something you could say to a freshman right now, getting ready to go into 10th, 11th grade, and 12th, what not to do, what would it be? I'm going to start with you, Christian.
Don't go to the bathroom unless you need to use the bathroom.
Okay, tell them why.
Tell them what?
No, I know why.
You're gonna like the kids that you grow up with, who you think wouldn't do anything ever. You'll walk in there and you'll see them doing stuff that you don't think. It's like literally like you'll start smoking.
That is so powerful. And you know what, Christian? It's so crazy that you said that, bro. 18, right? About to be 19? 18 years old. Christian just said something that I remember clear as a bell. And parents, if you're watching this and you remember going to high school, I remember in my freshman year, getting ready to go to math class. I'm like, oh, let me go to the bathroom just to hang out and get out of class a little bit. I walk in the bathroom and I seen one of my best friends smoking a cigarette. And I'm like, what? Dude. And they tell me, nah, bro, it's okay, man. We're in high school, man. Just what you just said, bro, you just spoke some knowledge, Christian, for real. And the knowledge that you're speaking, and I'm reiterating, might help the next freshman or somebody else that might go through it. If you're in high school and you go to the bathroom, but you don't need to, you're just going to the bathroom just to try and get out of class or get out of whatever, and you walk in the bathroom, you might see some things that you might not want to and don't like. And those things, eventually, when you see them too many times, you heard the old statement, you are who you hang out with, right? Now, these are your best friends, and they're smoking pot, they're smoking cigarettes, whatever they're doing in the bathroom. You see it long enough, first-hand experience, you might do it. Good answer, bro. Something you could tell a freshman, something you could tell a freshman to watch out for in high school or to be aware of.
to be aware of. You gotta like really pick and choose who your friends are, and you're gonna find out going through high school like who's like really like there for you, want to be your friend, like wants to see you succeed, and you got like other people who are just not like that. And you just kind of like.
Nice. Why? And for those of you that are watching on social media, why I said you got to really pick and choose who your friends are and realize who's going to be there in your life and who's not going to be. Because when you get to high school, everything changes, right? What? Everything changes. You might have been friends with somebody from third grade to fifth grade to sixth grade, sixth to eighth. You get to ninth grade, the new high school, cliques, groups, societal, personas of people. They start really formulating, and your friends that you thought were friends all of a sudden find other friends in other cliques. Unfortunately, we live in a day and age in society to where groups in society create themselves by the way somebody laughs, the way somebody looks. We're judged so much in so many different avenues by what you look like, your best sports, if you're a football player, if you're a nerd, a jock, a chess player, this and that. My man just said, you better pick and choose who your friends are and stick with it, man. I like that, bro. That's very good, bro. My boy. Something you could give any freshman, even if you're talking to, we'll get into that. Actually, we're going to talk to ourselves later. Tell me something you want to give to some freshman, somebody going into high school.
If I had to say, I say try everything, get involved in everything, and really just explore your options because, you stay the same, go in the same line. You're never going to change without trying anything new. So I think that just defeats the purpose and your growth as an individual.
Bro, you know what? I feel like I want to have you up on stage telling the kids this, bro. That's actually powerful. Your growth as an individual. Everything that he just said is absolutely spot on, man. That's spot on, bro. You get into high school. Like, I have a son. He's 12 years old. My son, Shane. He's 12 years old. He's in middle school now. I feared him going into middle school. You know why? Because and you guys remember too. I remember going into middle school. It's the first time I ever seen marijuana. I'm like, like in person, like, hey, here, 6th grade. And I'm like, damn, man, my son, that's back then. Now, guys, I'm a dinosaur, man. I have spikes on my back. I can fly like a pterodactyl. I'm that old. You know what I mean? But I remember back then, and it was just about marijuana back then. But now, man, you guys got to watch out for things like fentanyl. Watch out for trank. Watch out for, you name it, it's out there. These drugs are coming out of nowhere, and they're tackling you guys. It's not even that you guys are looking for them. They're finding you. You know what I'm saying? Good answer, bro. My boy, man. Something that you want to say to the next freshman, somebody going into high school.
Learn to know who your real friends are and stay in the gym.
Yes, I like it, man.
I like it. He said, learn to know who your real friends are and stay in the gym.
Oh, I got another one.
Go ahead, give me that. Never get back.
Like, I'm telling you, like 99% of the time, a relationship is not gonna last high school, and you don't want. And the thing is, like, you typically don't even if you have a brain, like, and it's hard to think of this in high school, but like for the future, you're not gonna even want something to last outside of high school because then you don't have time in yourself in your 20s to even build yourself up as a human. You might not even have the resources to have a kid or whatever it is. So just telling you, never get in a real relationship in high school. It's not.
I wish I had you guys standing behind me telling me these things while I march through high school because I'd be perfect right now. The mindset that you guys have right now, the things that you're saying to the younger youth that you're pushing out there, these are things that you might have learned by personal experience. You might have been screwed up because you didn't do these things that you're pushing out to them. And I know that's what they are. You're speaking from personal experience. Am I right?
Yeah.
I'm right? So the personal experience that you're speaking from, I want you guys to know that I'm speaking from the same personal experience. And I'm talking to you guys because obviously I'm a lot older than you guys, right? So if I tell you guys, listen, man, now is your year. All right? Don't wait. Don't explore every single option, do anything just to make money. Go with your passion, find your purpose, get your perseverance. Dude, I'm telling you, because you guys just told me and told the people out there on social media what to look out for. You spoke to freshmen before they're going to high school, right? The advice that you guys just gave wasn't just because you thought of something real quick, it's because you've been through it, right?
Yeah.
So when I talk to you guys up here and I tell you, listen, man, this is one of the biggest, most important years of your life. Trust me when I say, you know why? Because I blew mine. Now, you guys remember I told you, man, my name is Shane Coyle. I have a nonprofit organization. I hunt pedophiles. I speak in schools. I do this, I do that. But you know what I also did? I also screwed my whole high school years up. I dropped out in 11th grade, didn't graduate the way you guys are. I watched all my friends graduate and I sat back. I did drugs. I hung out. I did gangs. I did this. I glorified a lifestyle that nobody tells you exists. You kind of run into it around the dark alleys, the dark corners. You know what I'm saying? That lifestyle, I was like, man, everybody else told me, oh, you got to get an education. You got to go to college. You got to do it. When people are telling you to do things, but they're not telling you why, it's kind of hard to do those things. You know what I mean? So me, I'm not going to tell you guys what to do. I'm going to tell you, hey, what I didn't do, okay? But what I know works. I didn't go to college. I went to prison for 4 years, 9 months, and I went to prison because all of the things that you guys have already kind of experienced in high school, but you're going to experience a lot more in the real world, the heavy-duty world, are all going to come at you. you have to know how to deflect things. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? So I can stand up here and be like, okay, guys, well, you guys are graduating high school, and I want you guys to make sure you go get an education. No, man, follow your heart, dude. Follow your heart. Social media, listen, right now, I hate social media. I really do. I like it only to spread the word of positivity, you know, and the word of, you know, just love, life, and all that stuff. But right now, I can't stand social media because social media has taken so much of the social out of life. There's nothing social about social media. It's a phone in your hand. You're judging, you're interacting, and you're fighting. And this microphone died. It doesn't matter. I don't need it. You're fighting, you're interacting, and you're judging other people on social media. You really are. Now, if you're out in the street and I walk into 7-Eleven, I might be like, yo, man, wait, hold on. Here, wait, come over here. Right? Now, like, you're in 7-Eleven right here, right? Let's pretend we're so used to social media, but I'm going to walk past you and treat you like social media. Right? Go ahead. Like, you, share. Oh, they're right, block. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, that's how it was. Like, that's what it is in real life. Like, you know, we're just judging people. Like, I post pictures of my dog, and I get people that say, oh, your dog's ugly. I post pictures of my daughter. I get people say, oh, F your back. It's like, wow. But if I walk through a neighborhood with my dog, nobody's gonna be like, yo, your dog's ugly. You know what I mean? Right. Nobody's gonna be like, yo, your dog. So we have to, like, really just change the spectrum, or change the paradigm shift. I say, you know, look, I go home every night. I'm one of the biggest hypocrites because I go home and I get on social media. Come here, you. Look, she just came to give me a like, view, and share.
I like you, subscribe and share.
I go on social media all the time. Now, I haven't been going live, you know. I have been going live because I realize how toxic social media is. Now, should you be on social media? Absolutely, man. Spread your talents, spread your likes, stuff like that. But ultimately, at the end of the day, man, you're graduating high school, dude. You guys are going into they say the real world. You've been in the real world. In fact, you're in gladiator school when you're going through those hallways and people are offering you drugs, people who want to fight you, people who want to be with your girlfriend, your boyfriend, this, that, the other. Man, but you get out in the real world, it's like, wait a minute. Okay, in high school, at least I knew what period I had to go to class. At least I knew what time I ate lunch. Now, wait a minute, I gotta figure it out, you know? Yeah. Your passions, your perseverance. Just by a show of hands or voices, how many of you know somebody that suffers with addiction or has suffered with addiction? Everybody, right? Everybody, okay. The word addiction, all right? An addict is somebody who likes something and will not stop doing it no matter how bad it hurts them, no matter how bad it destroys their families, no matter how bad they're not supposed to do it, they're going to keep doing it because they're what? They're used to doing it, they feel they can't live without it, and they're going to always do it. So now you guys know somebody that's suffered with addiction. Anybody in here, and social media, you guys too, in the comments, anybody ever lose somebody to addiction? You guys all have. Everybody in this audience has. Everybody has. I have lost so many people. Many of you have lost so many people to addiction. So now me coming up here in front of you guys and talking to you guys about, you know, high school and, you know, making sure you do the right thing. How can I talk to you guys about doing the right thing when I've done the wrong thing my whole life? How can I? Do you know how?
Because you know what's wrong.
Thank you. Thank you. The mistakes that we make in life, they tend to shape us to who we are. Yeah. Now, I'm going to say a jackass, it's not a curse, I'm going to say a jackass. A jackass will make a mistake and bump into a wall, bump into a wall, and bump into a wall. It's kind of insanity. Or touch a hot stove and burn, touch a hot stove and burn. I'm not a jackass. But what I am is somebody who has walked down that jackass path many times. I know what not to do, I know what to do. Now I know there's things that I like to do, and they're probably not the best things, and sometimes I try to get to that fork in the road and mesh them together and go down both. But you know what? The fork always splits, man. It always splits, you know. You guys are stepping into a world, okay? Now I'm trying to watch what I say because there's a lot of stuff on social media I can't say, but we'll talk in a more intimate setting, off air. There's a lot of things that you guys are going to come across, man. You know, you guys have lost people to addiction, right? You guys lost anybody during the high school years, like from the school, somebody actually overdosed, anything of that nature? Okay, but you guys have people, maybe family, friends, stuff like that you've lost or that have been involved in addiction. If every single addict who's in recovery, like myself, was able to get up on a stage
and say all the things I'm saying to you right now, and you were able to listen to them, you would hear about millions and millions of people that died. Because an addict's life knows those paths, knows those things, has been through them. Now, you guys are not addicts. You guys, I know that, firsthand, you guys are not addicts, because I spoke to them. Some of you are addicts on social media. A lot of you are addicts. I'm speaking to you too. If it's something that you're struggling with and you don't look for help, you're indulging in something that you know is bad for you, right? But if it's something that you're struggling with and you do go and try to get help, it's something you know you don't want in your life. You guys know what you want to do, man. Each one of you has spoken to me about passion, purpose, and you know your perseverance. You know what I'm saying? So the people that you've lost in your life, do you think that those people had an opportunity? Am I okay?
You're good.
Do you think that, this is my little baby here. Do you think the people that you've lost in your life, if they were able to sit and talk to you now, I'm not gonna ask you about who you lost in life, but if you could go and tell them the same advice, not the same advice, but if you could give them advice the way you just did to the freshman class coming into your high school, if you could give each one of those individuals in active addiction advice, do you think you'd be able to really get through to them?
No.
Why? Tell me why.
They're addicted, they put it before everything else.
Absolutely.
They're comfortable there, right? They're not gonna change it up unless they want to change it.
So you've talked to a couple people in addiction, I can tell, you've actually talked to addicts, and honestly, I know just firsthand. Because an addict won't get help unless an addict wants what? Help.
They want
That's right.
to have that
That's right.
themselves.
So, you guys not being addicts, okay, and being high schoolers, and I'm dancing around social media, listen, I'm dancing around because this is a more intimate setting that I have with these guys right here. And when I talk to you guys on social media, obviously it's on a more, expressive level of, do this, do that, blah, 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 so on and so forth. But right now I'm speaking to these guys right here, and if it resonates with you, hold on to it and put it in your back pocket. You guys have the opportunity right now, okay, to either A, screw up, or B, succeed, right? What's in between screwing up and succeeding? Anybody know?
Just existing.
Dead air, right? Thank you. Just exist.
Living life and no life.
That's it, bro. That's it. So if I'm gonna succeed, right? Success is right there. Screwing up is right there. And I'm right here. I'm on a fence, right? I'm on a fence. Now that fence, you go either way. I can screw up, I can succeed. What makes you go towards success and what makes you go towards screwing up?
I just,
A lot of things.
yeah.
No, yeah, it's a deep question. It's not a question you're like, oh, well, this. Influence,
Yeah,
manipulation,
yeah.
peer pressure, this, that, success, positive role models. When we're born, real quick, when we're born as a baby, we're not born, I wasn't born into this world talking about, I wanna go snort cocaine. I didn't do that as a little baby, right? It was the positive things and negative things that were introduced in my life, right? That either made me a positive or negative person. So as I got older, as a little baby this big, I was probably this big, so I'm short as hell now. As a little baby, I got older, right? And I looked at my parents and I watched what they're doing. I looked at my surroundings, I watched what they're doing. I was able to make decisions at some point in time, and I seen things happening all the time. And I'm not knocking my parents, but I'm just saying society as a whole, you see trauma.
Yeah.
We all have been through trauma, guys. That trauma that is introduced into our life, we either find a way to get rid of it and express it to our peers, our counselors, our parents, and really, really relieve ourselves from it, or some of us get stuck with that trauma. The addicts, the people that fall, the people that fail. Now some people are just, they're evil. You got murderers, you got this, that, the other. I'm talking to people that have ever experienced trauma, man. So my question was, what makes you go towards success? What makes you go towards, being not?
With saying that, it's kind of just like, you either let that trauma destroy you, or
Yes.
you use that to make
be-
it good,
Christian, you're spot on, brother. The positive things, right? Now, I'm a baby, I grew up in a crib, I get older, and I see nothing but rainbows and sunshine and unicorns and happiness. I'm gonna be a positive little baby, I'm gonna be a positive guy, Now, if I'm a baby and I wake up in my crib and I see mom and dad choking each other, the doctor cursing this one, that one, people doing, I'm gonna be negative because I only know that life. there comes a time in our lives when we're introduced to positive things that we either hold on to those positive things, or we're introduced to negative things or exposed to negative things because we never really try to put negative in our life. Unfortunately, we're exposed to it. That's where trauma becomes effective in our lives. Then we either hold on to those negative things. Unfortunately, some of us, like myself, have held on to more negative than positive. And it was only until my later years in life I realized I got to dump some of those negatives and realize, damn, where was the positive? So as you guys get older and you graduate your senior year and you come out there into the world, dude, you can walk out this door right now, you can witness a murder, you can witness a bank robbery, you could be involved in a bank robbery, you can do whatever you want, or you can see those things and realize you got to go the opposite way in order to hold on to those positive things, to be the people that you are, that you're born positive. Nobody's born evil. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? So my question to you guys is this, okay? What is it about positive and negative that makes this? It's the positive and negative. It's a mathematics game, man. The more positive you add, the positive you are. The more negative you add, the more negative you are. But if you subtract the negative and add the positive, or add the negative and subtract the positive, you become that person. It's a mathematics game and it sucks. But if you learn to take the math out of the equation and really go from the heart doesn't know plus and minus. The heart only knows what it wants. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Make sense? So my question to you guys, okay, and to social media, you guys feel free to put in the comments should you want to. When I first got here, I asked you, man, your passions. What do you like? You know, what are you gonna do? After this year, you graduate. If you had 10 seconds to take anything you wanted from life and make it happen right now. I want you to think about this for a second. I want you to blurt it out. You got 10 seconds to make anything in your life happen. You go as deep as you want, or you guys go as candid as you want. See, me, I'm going to answer the question first. If I had 10 seconds to make my life perfect and get everything that I've ever wanted, and social media, we're asking you, 10 seconds to make your life perfect, what would you do? 10 seconds. I want you to tell me what you would do in 10 seconds, or what you would want to happen in 10 seconds. You could take anything out of your life, or you could put anything into your life during those 10 seconds, but those 10 seconds are going to what shapes the rest of your life. And I'll start it off so you have a better picture. Take me a time. Are you ready? I'm about to cry. I don't want to even do it yet. Hold on. I hardly ever cry. That's a lie. It's a lie. A man that says he doesn't cry, or a woman that says she doesn't cry, you know they're in deep pain, okay? They're in pain. 10 seconds. I would have never, ever gone to foster care. I would have actually wanted to know. Let me start over, man. I'm sorry, guys. This is really hard for me. Damn, I'm asking you guys questions that I haven't even answered myself. Okay, in 10 seconds, if I could say anything that I ever wanted to either change in my life or add to my life, I would have never went to foster care. I would have never taken a drug. I would have paid more attention to the people around me that loved me rather than the people that I wanted to love for nothing. I would have 100% shown more happiness than anger and self-absorbent hate and upsetment. I would have said I love you 10 times more, and I would have never used the words hate. In 10 seconds, if I could tell you guys what I would love to do to shape my life, man, I would have loved to actually listen to people that are standing in front of me that have been through it. In those 10 seconds, which I'm down to 3, listen, I would have definitely 100% spent more time loving and living than dying and regretting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now, I'm going to go to you, Kristen. I'm going to sit down. Now look, it's powerful. And listen, look, bro, and guys, it's social media. Listen, these guys, I know about these guys because I talked to them before we went live. There's a lot of things in these guys' lives that they may not want to speak about, and you might not want to speak about either. Okay, social media. But in 10 seconds, if you could change your life, and I might not have answered that the way you wanted to hear, I could probably answer it 20 times over. But if you had 10 seconds to 100% shape your life, change your life, take anything out or put anything back in,
have reformed me and have made me who I am this very moment.
Yeah.
And all of that, like, you gotta take your mistakes. You could keep making the same mistakes, but if you don't learn nothing or take anything out of that, what's the point of the mistake?
wow.
Yeah,
Hold on. I gotta clap for you, bro. That just blew me away, folks. If you didn't hear what he just said. And my thing was, in 10 seconds, how would you change your life? That's the one, right? Still there? Okay. In 10 seconds, I asked my boy over here, what would you do to change your life, to shape it any way we, and my boy said, and you can hear it hopefully on there. If not, I'm gonna edit this and I'm gonna put all his words. He said he wouldn't change a damn thing. He wouldn't change a damn thing because the mistakes that he's made in life or the things that he's been through have shaped who he is today. And he's gonna be learning more and more every day through those mistakes, through the things that he's been through. Respect that. And my boy Christian agreed with it, so.
that's what I was gonna say.
Nice, yeah, dude. You know, yeah, man, you stole, like, listen, I'm like ready, like, I could do this, I could change that. And bro, you know what? You actually just inspired me. And this is a prime example, folks, a prime example. I'm a 46-year-old guy trying to teach these guys. You know what I just did? I just learned from them. I learned from the youth. And parents, you can learn from them too if you actually just take a moment to listen. It's not only them that has to listen to us, okay? We've been through the mistakes, we've done this, we've suffered, prison, But you know what? Sometimes the guys that are watching the people talk understand a little bit better than the guys that talk, man. I really respect that. Thank you. That should just help me. So I'm gonna take my answer back and I'm gonna take his. That's great, man. All right, come on, let's go. Why?
If I could change like one thing, it'd probably be if I didn't start like doing like a bunch of like drugs and
Cool.
I used to do a lot of
I appreciate you being open, dog.
Yeah.
Now, listen, and this is not an area where anybody's like, oh, he said he did this, bro. You know, I used to do them every day. Go ahead, talk to me.
Well, I used to do a lot of psychedelics, and I wish I didn't like do them so young.
Mhm.
You know, 'cause
Yeah.
they like
Affected you,
yeah,
right?
affected
Okay.
me,
All right.
sure. So.
Now, the truth of that, I'm not a scientist or a doctor, but at an early age or a late age, no matter what we start, of course it's gonna affect us. It's about the longevity and how long you use it that affects you. So look, right now, you're not too old to, and you're not too far deep to where you did that too long to where you're affected. Bro, you're a wise-ass smart dude, bro. Look, that stuff that you used to indulge yourself in, if it's not involved in your life, and if it is involved in your life, it's not. Hey, you ain't gonna, I can already tell, bro, I can already tell, man. I know you ain't snowboarding well on psychedelics either. Listen, you've been through it, like you just said, the mistakes you made, they shape who you are today, right?
Yeah.
So don't feel that like you're counted out because you started at a young age. But I get it, dude, at a young age you wish you never started. But you know what I said to you? You've been there, you've done that. You know what I mean? I wish I never started at a young age, the things I did, dog. I respect. I mean, thank you for that answer. Why? Who's on? Kristen, talk. Go ahead. No, you already did. You did.
Dude,
Oh boy, come on. Tell me.
I pretty much agree with he said. He took.
I just think pain and
Yeah.
things like that is just like life. Like you want, like you didn't live if you didn't learn. Like you know what I mean? Like I don't know.
No, you're right, dog. So you're on the same level. You know, you guys, how long have you guys been friends? How long have you guys been in each other's lives?
Solid, what, like 2 years with him and 3 years with this guy.
So you guys know each other,
Yeah,
right? Let me ask you a question. Wyatt Falls, right? You guys are jogging down the trail. Now, you guys, I don't know if you could jog
Get back to base. That's an inside joke.
Yo,
You
listen.
understand.
Well, you'll have to tell me that one. But if Wyatt falls, right? We all walk down the stairs down here. Wyatt falls. He cracks his head open. You guys gonna look back and think, "Oh, he'll be all right." You guys gonna stop and pick him up, right? Right?
Well, they might drag him.
Yeah, you might drag him, body bag him.
They might trip him and stuff like that.
And social media. This is for you as well. Listen, if you're is that I don't care.
Put makeup on him.
Are you sure that's on?
It's on.
Oh, okay. All right. I think I just see a
watching
white
it.
screen.
I'm
Oh,
watching
you're watching. I'm sorry. I don't know.
Yeah, I have it.
My eyes absolutely horrible. Social media. This is for you,
I know,
right?
you're clearly.
Your loved ones, your
You're lying.
brother, your sister, your mother, your father, maybe your friend, maybe just your acquaintance. You're walking down the street, right? And your friend falls over, cracks their head, and you notice the blood, right? You're not gonna be like, oh damn, you're bleeding, I'll see you in the car, right? No, not at all, right? You're gonna be, oh my God, you're bleeding, let me get a bandage, let me do it. Now look, your friend calls you up, yes, where is it? Something, bro, I'm messed up. You're like, damn, dude, we ain't going out with him tonight, he's all messed up. Or you might be like, oh, he's messed up. Listen, you're not gonna try to correct it, right? Now why? Is it because he's not bleeding? She's not bleeding? You're not gonna try to correct it because you know that they're doing something that you know is like not accepted in society. That's drugs, right? Imagine a world, imagine a day and age in society where somebody slipped, not just on the ground cracking their head open, but somebody slips and does drugs, and you found out about it, and you reacted right away as a friend. The same way you were if he cracked his head open and you put a bandage on his head. You said, hey man, listen, you're slurring in your words, dude, I'm coming over. What the hell are you doing? Right? Imagine that. Unfortunately, we live in a day and age where drugs are looked at as, oh, the person doing the drugs, get away from him. Just get away from him. Why? Why? You know why? Because nobody wants to fall that hard. Now, if you were walking down the street every day, banging your head in the ground and bleeding, I'm like, no, dude, no, I'm gonna do it again. Boom, bleeding. I'd get away from you too. Like, yo, this dude just loves to bleed, right? The problem is, public thinks addicts want to be addicts. They think that addicts want to die. They think that addicts are better off for dead or in prison, or just that they're never going to stop because they're no good. Man, as a non-addict, somebody watching too, and people out there on social media, those of you that we call you guys normies, I call you guys saviors, okay? If you're not an addict and you know an addict that's not in recovery and they're in active addiction, I'm going to use the metaphorical speech. You see their head bleeding, meaning that they're in active addiction, help them. You know why? Because every single addict that I've ever helped, including myself that's ever been in it, we've wanted to help but been too afraid to ask for it. Now, if I stub my toe or, say you're snowboarding, right, bro? You're snowboarding, you're tearing it up, you're making a badass video, and boom, you kind of twist your ankle. Are you okay? You're like, oh, I'm fine. That's what addicts do. We tell the world we're fine. You know why? Because we think we can fix ourselves. Now, while you might be fine, dude, you could be sitting with an AC separation or not an AC separation, a torn ligament, something, but you're still like, addicts think we know what we're doing, so we don't ask for help.
You got it under control.
Yes, man, yes. And unfortunately, when an addict gets further and further in addiction, and I'm not talking to you guys like addicts. None of you guys are addicts. I know that firsthand, but you know addicts. That's why I asked the question that I did. I'm speaking to you because you guys are the ones that saved me. And I'm going to say that again. You guys are the ones that saved me. You know why? Because I wish I was able to have the mindset you guys have now. And remember what I said, hey, listen, I asked you guys to speak to the freshman class and tell them what you would suggest and tell them how to get by in high school, right? This is me telling you, like, look, you have the opportunity not just to save someone else that you know has suffered, because you all say you know addicts in active addiction or somebody that suffered. You guys have the opportunity to shape the world, man.
Yeah.
The world, everything in it. Not just what you're going to do with your life, but how you spread your life and your greatness, because you guys are great. And social media, those of you that are listening right now, and if you're feeling the words that I'm saying, you are great as well. You guys have the opportunity. Look, you could just get by, go to work, do this, do that, and let people just float by. What's up, yo? You felt cool, he's up, I help you. Or you can actually make a difference. You can make a difference by taking a look at every single person in your life and saying, yo, who needs it, who doesn't? Who wants my value and who deserves my value? Now look, don't put yourself in every bit of harm's way trying to help every person that's not going to accept it or, really, really be grateful for it, but take the time out to help the next person. You'll do it for yourself. Now, I live a life now to where if I'm going to do something for myself, it's something that I would do 10 times better for someone else. You know why? Because that's service. When I say service, man, I'm talking about I live by a motto, and I don't know who your higher power is. I'm going to tell you guys, mine's God. I'm not preaching to anybody on social media. Whoever your higher power is, I'm going to tell you right now, I believe you trust God, clean out your closet, clean house, and help other people. Those are 3 things that I live by now. Fresh out of rehab from alcoholism, man. And I'm going to say that openly, like to you guys, like, yo, not for nothing, and I'm brand new out of rehab. You know how many times I've been to rehab? I lost count. But enough times to where I kind of get it. You know what I'm saying? So I might be rambling and talking a little fast and trying to really push more into you guys than you should take at once. But I want to say this, okay? This isn't for social media, man. I'm talking to you 4 right here. I'm talking to you 4. Don't get me wrong. Social media is amazing. But I don't know who I'm talking to. So I direct my energy thinking everybody I'm talking to is you guys out there. But the fact of the matter is, there's thousands and millions of people out there that are not like you guys. However, you guys have a great head on your shoulders. Now, I know you guys have made some mistakes, right? We've made some mistakes, right? Always, he said, from always to always. But those mistakes that you made, just like you said, just like you all said, those mistakes that you have made can help shape your life and somebody else's. How many times we look in the mirror? You're all good looking guys, but you guys look in the mirror, a couple times a day, right? Like, oh, damn, right? How many times do you actually look in the mirror and look at your heart like, damn, man, what am I feeling? None, right? Zero, right? Like, do you ever look in the mirror and be like, damn, let me see what's inside my heart? No, we look at our looks. You know why? Because our looks are what other people see. Other people, let's put it this way. Attraction is always physical first because the eyes see somebody. If somebody's walking down the street, let's just say a woman's walking down the street and she's smoking hot, and I'm walking, I don't know her, and I see her. First thing, as a man, I'm like, damn! You know what I mean? I'm not gonna be like, she's probably got a great personality. No, it doesn't work that way. And the same goes not just for physical attraction in relationships. If you're walking down the street, you see somebody and he's walking and he's shaking and he's doing this, you're gonna be like, dang, get the hell away from that guy. But you don't know what he's going through. That might be the nicest person in the world. The girl that's the most hottest, beautiful Barbie doll queen walking down, she might be the biggest psycho. You know what I mean? So you never know who is anything until you look inside and you get to know them. So when you look in a mirror, the best person to get to know is yourself.
Yep.
Like, who do you see when you look in a mirror? And this brings me to this, and I'm going to kind of kill it a little bit after this, but I want you guys to participate in something that I'm going to do, okay? Where's my phone? Thank you, brother. All right, now, guys, I call this, and you guys don't have to do it, but I'd love if you did. When you look in a mirror, right?
Yeah.
Now, rocking some good threads, you guys got badass threads on. I can be like, oh, damn, man, nice gear, but boy, where I can look in the mirror, I can say, oh, who I see. So what I'm gonna do with each one of you, and social media, I implore you, I want you to look at yourself, not right now, because obviously you're watching me, but what I want you to do at some point in time, some point in the day, whether it's tonight or tomorrow, I want you guys to do exactly this. I'm gonna turn the camera on my phone. I'm gonna start down here with my boy, all right? I'm gonna show you yourself. Just want you to talk to yourself for 15 seconds. Tell you who you see. You could speak about what you see happen in the future. You could speak about paint. You could speak about anything. But I want you guys to really dive into this. In social media, I call this the mirror challenge, okay? When you look in a mirror, what do you see? You just see the threads you're wearing. You just see how good your hair looks. You actually look in the mirror and see who the hell you are and what you've been through. Now, guys, don't think this is like a way to be like, well, I screwed up at this time and I'm this. No, this is a way for you to look at yourself and really dive in. Be like, man, say your name, introduce yourself, and tell them why you're great, bro. Tell this man why you're great, okay? I want you to do that. Go ahead, my brother. Say your name out loud and tell yourself. Talk to yourself, bro.
My name's Sam. I see someone who loves adventuring, hiking, skiing, going to the beach, drinking, stuff like that.
It's okay. It's all right. Keep talking. Tell who is Sam. Tell Sam why he's great, man.
I hope in the future I'm doing good with my work with HVAC and plumbing,
Nice.
all that stuff.
Yeah, bro. Don't even hope. Tell Sam in the future. Sam, you're going to do damn good. Tell Sam, man. Hell yeah, bro. That's what I'm talking about, Sam. There you go, bro. There you go. Oh, man. Go ahead. Say your name loud and proud. Tell them who you are. Tell you who you are.
I'm Gavin. I'm great because I strive to be greater. Straight up. I'm never happy with as I am now. I always strive to understand more and realize and have the conscious decision making on what's next.
Hell
And that's really all, Praise God.
Amen, brother. Amen. There you go. Come on, Wyatt. Man, yo, this dude said he can snowboard better than you. You better tell him, man. Go ahead. Come on, Wyatt.
Hi, I'm Wyatt. What's up, Wyatt? I just wanna build a life that, it's comfortable living, general happiness, like
Tell him.
be as
Tell
happy as I
him.
can be. And just keep on track.
So I'm talking about, man. Christian, man. You're talking to a guy that thinks he knows you. Tell him who you know and tell him who you are.
I see someone with great intentions,
That's what I'm
just
talking about.
poor choice making,
Mm-hmm.
and like putting that intention into
Yes.
play.
Talk to him, bro.
But
Listen.
I just wanna prove to everybody who doesn't think like they can't like literally do what they wanna do with their life. Like you said that, like
Amen.
you literally can do anything you want,
Oh,
and
tell
I'm gonna do exactly what I wanna do in my life.
that's what I'm talking about, man. Yo, clap it up for you guys. I don't want to come here. Listen, this activity and social media, people that are watching, the activity, it's not even an activity, it's something that, it's called, if you get in a mirror and you say something to a mirror, I say it to a mirror every now and then, sometimes I even say bad things to myself, like, oh, you idiot, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You ever done it? I've done it sometimes too. But if you get in front of a mirror and you say and do the things that you did just now every day, imagine telling yourself every day, yo, Shane, you're gonna succeed, man, you're great. I know some people might not like you, but you know what, the hell with them. I like you. You know why? Because it's about what I like. You love yourself, man. In addiction, they tell us, in recovery, not in addiction, in recovery, they tell us, you can't possibly help someone else until you love yourself. You know how long it took me to love myself? You know how long it took me to hate myself? One snort of cocaine, one touch of drug, and I hated myself, and I hid myself. You guys ain't hating and hiding yourselves. But very easily it can happen. Just as much as you're not an addict right now, the people and influences around you can very easily take the great person that you just spoke to in that mirror and destroy them and kill them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not up here trying to preach to you how to live life or anything like that, because obviously I haven't exactly done it that right. But I'm doing it right now, okay? And I know damn well, with everything that you guys have in your hearts and in your experience, the lessons that you told the freshmen earlier, keep living them, keep pushing them. The next freshman you see, the next person you see, man, try and guide them, you know what I'm saying? And social media, this goes for you too, all right? First and foremost, I'm a man of God. Secondly, I'm a family man, I'm a father. Thirdly, I'm an addict in recovery. Fourth, fifth, sixth, convict, felon, this, that. But you know what? Ultimately, all around, I'm somebody who actually cares and loves himself enough to try to push this message out to you. The way these guys, and guys, come up here, I want you to look at social media if you don't mind. I want you guys to look at social media. Real talk. Tell them your names, man. Yo, guys, I want to thank you real quick. Tell them your name, brother, and let them know, man. Just let them know your
Social
name.
media, I'm Gavin, Big G,
Hell yeah.
Quiet,
Quiet?
G, Sue.
Say it, man. Say it. Guys, I read that. And Christian. Go ahead. Talk to them real quick. This is the youth, folks. These are them. Go ahead. Tell them who you are, brother.
I'm Christian.
All right? Social media, look. How much more dissected does it have to get? You see these guys? They're all taller than me. Not that anybody is.
too.
But this is what it's about right here, okay? These guys represent the youth. If there's kids or adolescents or teens watching their age, they represent you. You know why? Because they give a damn. They came here to speak to you the same way I am. Okay, so I want you guys to share this video. Not only just share this video for likes, views, and shares, because we do that all day long. Like, view, share, like it. I want you to share this video because it might save someone else. These guys are moving forward. They're moving forward. They love themselves just the same way they love you. God bless social media. My name is Shane Coyle from Child Safety Soldiers. Man, we look forward to doing a lot of work. Man, I love you guys, man, for real, dog. I mean that, bro. Thank you so much, man, for real. Let's do it, man, without a doubt, bro. Without a doubt. Thank you guys so much, man. Yo, you guys killed that, dude. For real.
You killed it.
I really appreciate you guys.
Yeah,
No, you know what?
that was yours.
This was really deep, man. I think you guys would be amazing talking in a couple